so we're away again. So yeah, so those are pretty interesting outcomes. Right, so I'm just messing around and not really doing anything really. If there's anybody that wants anything, any questions, anything, just ask, and I'll try my best to help you. What the other what? So that was how to kind of figure out a way to, you know, when you get like heads cut off and stuff, how to kind of sort that out. What else could we do? Oh, by the way, this is part two. If it sounds like I'm talking about the past and the video's only a minute old, it's because I just done another one. So, right, what can we do? I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you using. I'm going to show you the difference between just using stable and using all three. Just for the crack, really. So I'm in artistic at the moment. What can we draw? What can we do? What can we do? Now, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes my mind just goes blank and I haven't got a Scooby about what to do. So there are a few places you can go to get ideas. Some of them are awesome. Some of them not so great. So this one is quite fun for just for quick stuff. So what should we do? Let's get an idea for an environment. Yeah, don't want to do a swamp really. What else we got? A blue and white landscape of snow and ice. Okay, so there you go, I've got an idea. Now, to be fair, I don't really do this that much anymore because I don't really use the AI for anything other than specific stuff. But it's great for learning. So we can. I'll show you. I'll do some stuff to show you how I build prompts. Right, 2 seconds. Right, so we'll start with that. Now, the way I work, I always start with the least amount, and in this instance, I'm just going to show you how to work through. So I'm just going to start with a basic prompt, and we'll go through the whole thing with a basic prompt. So what is it? It's a landscape, so we want a landscape. And I'll just leave it at that and we'll create it. And then what I'll do is I'll take this into coherent, and then we'll take the coherent output into stable, and we'll see what we come up with. Now, we're really spoiled with how fast stable is. So do you want to see some of the stuff I've been doing of late? I'm going to do some Halloween stuff, so I've been messing with some prompts that are a wee bit on the darker side. I got some really cool results with this light portal demon. That could be that's that could be well touched up. That's quite nice. And I don't know if you know, but I've got a Discord that's for people with mental health issues that use AI art to kind of help them deal with that. So I do a lot of emotion based stuff. I'm not sure if it's been so long since I made any of these. I don't know if I made one for the emotional stuff that I was doing. But like I've got tons of these, and of course this is all when I was learning. So yeah, I don't think I've got any there. But I can show you that stuff later if you're interested. Let's see if the coherent one's been done yet. Right. Sorry, the artistic one. My God, that looks like Scotland. Or it looks like the Scotland flag's been overlaid on Scotland with snow. I really like that. I wonder why. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to evolve it into coherent. And we're just going to use coherent. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to leave it. And just for ease of use, I'm just going to leave all of the advanced settings at normal. And we'll create it. And we'll see what coherent does to artistic. And what we'll also do is come down here, duplicate this, but we'll just go to stable. And I'm just going to leave all the stable settings. Now, as I've said before, I always use 16 images, but because the coherent one is on, bugger it, I'm not going to use 16 images, right, grand. So this is the coherent one. It will take a wee while. The stable one will probably be finished first before that. So it's getting there. It's kind of messing it up a wee bit. It kind of looks a wee bit more abstract now, I would say, than what the artistic one did. But remember, basically all I'm doing is using the other two models in Nightcafe to create me a start image for stable, the stable model. So let's see where we get to. So that's it done. So evolve, change that to stable, and again we'll just leave everything as is, but we'll use the 16 images and we'll get a comparison. So using stable instead of going through the other two is giving me this. Yeah, they're pretty good. Like, what was it? A blue and white landscape of snow and ice. Well, you know, you got exactly what you asked for. That slice. I like those images. I like that image. But yeah, let's see. Okay, now it's using the one that we kind of passed through from artistic and coherent. It seems to have latched onto ice quite a bit more, isn't it? Really, it's more landscape. I tell you what, let's go back here, go to here, go select, go there, go new collection. We'll go landscape blue and ice. Create collection, add to that, go in there. So it seems to me that so this is the direct one, so it was just straight in. That is more, I don't know if you could say it's more landscapey, and it's more the overall prompt, where that seems to have latched onto ice a bit more, but the landscapes are just as good, and it's hard to say whether it's better or not. There's definitely a lot more ice. The ice is more ice-like than snow-like, I would say. It's kind of snow there, snow, but is it? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm sticking to that. Maybe the fact that we went through artistic and coherent gave us a more ice-like, because I don't know, is that more ice-like? I don't know really. But it's a good way. It's a good way to create um, uh, subject-based start images, um, instead of going out and looking for them in other places. You know, places like oh well, whatever they're called, the places where you can get free images, and of course you can get free images here. So I kind of like to do that, to create my start images. I'm not really getting any questions, so I don't really know how to help or how to answer. I'm trying to think of questions. Bum, 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 bum. What else? What do people ask? What do people normally need? Yeah, the cropped off head one keeps coming up. Using, I don't know, using real images. I've done videos on that, so I don't really want to go through it again, but I can show you quickly. So, and by real images, I mean choose a start image and go to some of the images I've got. So that's just round the corner for me. So I'm going to use that as my start image and try and manipulate it using stable. So what can we do? Let's go a road to nowhere, surrounded by rainbow coloured trees and bushes. And what should we do? Let's go and let's see if we can make it an action painting. Don't know if that'll work. Kind of like it's like for movement. What can we use? A movie poster. Let's make it a movie poster. Let's do it in pen. I love pencil sketch stuff, but I might take that out of there and put it in here so it's more prevalent. Surrounded by rainbow coloured trees and bushes. I'll put a comma in instead of just a space. And I'll put depth of field in, and I'll put a bit of soft focus in to kind of, hopefully that will make it a bit moody. And I want to use 3D cell shaded. Nah, not really. No, let's just keep it nice and simple for the moment. Let's just leave that, see what happens. Because I've done some real crackers with this process. Let's just leave everything as is at the moment. Create that. So I've done some. Oh, it's in here. I don't. Oh no, it might be in a collection. Walks around the house. So these were all created from real images, like these. So this was a good one. I don't know if it's got the real picture there. So I was out for a walk and I seen that, and I thought I'll take a picture of that and see if I can turn it into a wee elf house or a wee elf village, and I did. But that was like, none of that's been done in stable or anything like that. So I could. Shall we do it? Shall we go here? Come back to here. Has this got the start image? It certainly has. Let's duplicate it, but we'll duplicate it into stable. And look, that was all I used. That was it. It's not, I don't need you don't need a complicated, well, sometimes you don't. I'll put the prompt weight up on this one. And I'll bring the noise weight down to 20, just to kind of hopefully tell it that I want it to stick to that as much as possible. I'm not sure if I've done that on the last one or not. Right, let's see what we got here. Right, so a road to nowhere, pencil sketch, surrounded by rainbow coloured trees and bushes, movie poster, depth field for soft focus. So, interesting. I love these. I love these types of kind of doodly stuff. Now, are they close to the image itself? No, but that's the reason I'm changing it. So it's got the road. Any of the roads bend left. Look, that one bends right. That one bends left-ish. There. So this is another way that AI text to image can be used to enhance your own images. I would love it. I would love to kind of post one of these, and someone like I don't know, made an NFT. If I made an NFT or something out of this, and then it sold for like £1,000 or whatever, and someone go, you're cheating, you got £1,000 for that, and I say, well, wait a minute, pal, it's actually from a picture I took, so it is mine. It wasn't the AI that did it. Although I try to let the Buddhist part of me overcome those feelings, because I don't really want to get involved in all that shit, to be fair. But now I like that. I think that's brilliant. And now I'm going to, what shall I do? I'm going to evolve it, and I am going to go prompt weight heavy. I'm taking the noise right off. I'm going to change the seed, because I want this, but I want different versions of it. Yeah, let's just leave that, and see, yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll change that to there, because I quite like that, and I'll bump that up to the middle, and I'll maybe go for a wee bit of that. Even with the runtime up and the setting set to medium, it still only cost me 16 credits for 16 images. Right, look, it's gone mental. It's gone crazy. It's now, depending on how fussy you are about your image, is that really close to that? Is it maybe gone a bit too far? And I think, did I forget seed 49? Oh, I must have, right, aye, that's from the original one. That's a bit strange. Yeah, I could have probably put the prompt weight up a bit better to get it to be a bit more coherent to what I was expecting, because it's created the forest elves tree village, but it's kind of ignored my tree, hasn't it, really? So let's duplicate it, get that up to there, get rid of that, and well, I've never used 100. I'll put a bigger seed in, or more random seed, and I'll just leave it at that now, see what happens. So that other image that I liked, I've now got me 16, oh no, yeah, 16 different versions of it. And I love this stuff. I think it's, I like, I'm not a big fan of the really hyper realistic stuff, but this stuff I love. Look, there's a car parked up there, look. Was that the original one? No, that was the original one. Yeah, they're nice. I like them. But of course, I've got an unending amount of stuff to mess around with. So let's see if it's closer to the. Nah. See, for me, stable seems to be ignoring the tree. Look, there's a wee elf there. It's picked up the word elves, I guess. And there's another wee one there, look. But I still think that the results I got on this one. Oh, what happened there? I still think that that's better, because that was what I was wanting, and coherence stuck to the tree. You know, the tree's still there. That tree is still there. You know. So I'm thinking maybe that duplicate. If I want it to work in stable, I've got to go back to the mask. So let's get a bigger mask this time. Right, let's try that. And what I'm hoping it's going to do now is just draw on that. I hate how it does that. Let's see what happens in a minute. And then I've got to come down here and do that. It's hard. There it is. Bugs the shit out of me, that does. Right, so done. Done. Right, so right, let's see if it does it better this time. Who knows? But don't get me wrong, the results are pretty cool. I could probably mess around with them and get some groovy stuff, but it's not really what I'm wanting. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of lost the tree-iness, and it's lost the... That one there, that one's the closest, because look, it's got the curve of the tree look. But that's about it, really. Let's see what it does. Oi, what's going on here? Okay, it's gone a bit mental. That's the beauty of this. That is, see, I love that. That's it's just so random. But it has now picked up. I think it's used the word elves for winter. Santa's elves, maybe. There. I've got that's a beautiful run for skiing, but it's pretty pointless. But again, we're using, we're using the masking, which is pretty much better. That's kind of alright. It'd be nice if there was more trees, maybe. That is kind of good because it's picked it up, and I kind of like that. So I could maybe mess around with that, but yeah. So you can see that it's some weird results, really. So what else can we do? Let's see if there's any questions. So somebody's asking, how do you get the same person over and over, but from a different angle or in a different scene and so forth? So yeah, that's probably, that's kind of using this technique. Can we find, yeah, this kind of, if you've got that character, or maybe, where is that? So let's see if we can get this character here into loads of different scenes. Right, so let's evolve that. Right, intricate details 16. Nah, I'm sick of using that crap. let's just start small. Let's just go with forest background, but I'm going to go from there to there, comma that. I'm just going to change the seed. I've got a terrible habit of doing that. I don't know why I do it. I guess it's just to add a wee bit of randomness, and we want the prompt to be pretty accurate. And we'll get, I'll put 10% noise, and we'll just see what happens. So the person was asking, how can you get the same person over and over again, but from different angles, different backgrounds, and whatnot? Well, it isn't that easy. It's pretty easy to get. I could come in here now and evolve this, and just go 16 and do that, and maybe change and I'll get 16 of them probably. But that's part of the question answered. That's how you get the same image over and over and over again, just by doing that. Now, the backgrounds are different, but are they different enough? So you would find whatever background you wanted there. But the process is, I like that. Look at that clock. The process is exactly what I've just done. So you find the background that you want in that one, then you evolve again. Oh bugger. Right, what one do we want to evolve? Well, we're going. Is there any better than the other with regards to fucking? That's kind of trees and stuff. Right, let's do that one. Evolve, and this time what kind of background? Let's go for nebula. I know I like using it, but it's an easy one to use to show differences. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that, but I will change the seed. And I'm going to bring the prompt weight up, the noise weight up a wee bit to see if I can get a wee bit more randomness in it, and I'll change that to that, and we'll just fire away, see what happens. So there, as you can see, I've got my 16 Mona Lisas, which are basically the same as that. Slightly different backgrounds, I assume. Anything else different about them? Not really, but so now you could select one of them. I would be stunned if I could make her look to the right. I can't see it somehow. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa looking right, facing right. Portrait looking towards the right hand side. I'll be stunned if that works. Absolutely stunned. I'll put that up to 100, get rid of the noise. 90 will do. I'm not sure. I think 100 does weird shit to it sometimes. Right, so the Alice in Wonderland. Right, okay, so again, so we've got the same character pretty much, and now we've got another different background as well. So that's how you do it. If you want, I'm not sure what that one's all about. So if you want, it's fundamentally the same character, with nuances. If you really, really, really didn't want the character to change at all, where was the original one that I used there? If you really didn't want the character to change not a bit, you're going to have to use a mask. You're going to have to use inpainting. So you're going to have to basically do this. No, I'm talking about my arse. It's the opposite of that. So you have to draw everything else out. So you would have to do this. and then drop that a bit and try and get in. So what this will do is it'll keep that character. I'm not going to do it in very much detail because it's just I'm just showing you something. It doesn't have to be perfect. Ooh. Right, so if you really wanted the character to be the same, that's how you would do it. Because now, when I go done and done, now whatever I say up here is only going to affect the black bit, right? So if I go highly detailed psychedelic forest background forest. I don't have to tell it the background because it's only concentrating on the black bit. Giant mushrooms, palm trees, and let's see if it works. But one thing we know is not going to change is that character. Or I need to put my money where my mouth is, or shouldn't change, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going to happen. Right, so as I said, I would have been, if that would have happened, if that would have turned that round, if she'd have been facing right, I would have, aye, that would have been amazing. But there was no danger that was going to happen, simply because the model is way too modelled on the Mona Lisa looking a certain way. I would be stunned if I could do anything with that. Right, so there we go. Same lassie, 16 different backgrounds. So that's what you do to answer that question. If you want, right, it is very difficult to get something like the Mona Lisa to look to the right. Do you think I could do it with her? I'd be surprised because it is pretty difficult. So let's evolve this. Alice in Wonderland looking right, facing right. Alice is looking to the right. Character facing the right. Now there's probably a lot of other, there's probably some camera based stuff that would allow you to do this, but for the love of me, I don't know what it is. So prompt 100% this time, just to see what happens really. What do you reckon? I don't think it will work, but we'll soon see. But as you can see, so his question was, how do you get the same person over and over but from a different angle or a different scene? So that's a different scene. Now, it's a very similar scene, but all I need to do now is just evolve that. Oh bugger. Just pick one. So pick that one. Then just evolve it and change the scene that you want it to be in. So a massive waterfall, beautifully intricate waterfall, stunning waterfall. I'm overdoing it a wee bit because sometimes you don't have to be that mental. And I'll bump it up to 100 just to see what happens. No, I will, but I'll put in 50% noise weight because it will give it some variation. Let's see what happens. So, did we get her to look right? Oh, she's looking down. Nah, she isn't, is she? So, What would probably need to be done there is in the original image, that original image would probably need the try and reinforce the direction that she's facing. But it's a tough one because a lot of portrait character images do face forward or slightly off to the side. So what do we get in this one? Shit, what happened there? Did I not I used that, didn't I? Oh, I did use that, but I forgot to add I should have evolved it and added the mask. Pissily, it didn't remember the mask, which is a shame. But if I put the mask in again real quick, let's just get rid of all of this stuff. Right, so done, and oh bugger, I should have used the other one that still had the prompt. Let's have a look. Saves me typing it out, doesn't it? Right. Let's try it. So I'm expecting this to work. Some nice waterfalls there though. That's pretty cool. Did I know? I should have done this in kind of landscape as well to give it more to work with. But anyway, let's see if it done it. Yep. There you go. So that's, it's pretty easy. And you can be as detailed as you want, and you can get like some pretty cool shit going on. Anyway, I'm going to knock it on the head now. Thanks for watching. I'll put this up on my YouTube channel, which is Mac Hatter. If you've got anything you want me to go over, any questions or anything, just fire them either in any of the Discords, and I'll try and do, depending on the amount of questions I get, I'll do one a week or once every couple of days or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and happy AI-ing. Later.